Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episode 20 of Star TWINKLE PRECURE, Kira Cosmo's debut, Kira Cosmo's first appearance, and what a nice episode this was. I was really impressed with the whole Blue Cat story. It was nicely done, it was nicely told in my opinion, and I feel like it was a special birth to Kira Cosmo, and it was something totally new to Precure. And this is one of the things I love about this franchise. It's always trying to reinvent itself. It's always trying to bring new stories. It's always trying to show new things. And it's hard. It's hard for a franchise to do that after 15 years. So let's start. I think that this episode started with a very nice introduction from Hikaru's house. Like her dog, Hikaru's dog, and Hikaru's grandfather, they were both staring at the rain and thinking about Hikaru and where could she be. That was kind of different, and I was definitely not expecting something like that to be shown in this episode, but I liked this introduction. It worked very well. And so when it got back to the girls in the Rainbow Planet, they were searching for the pens, obviously, and so they still had their pendant, so they could go after the pens. At the same time, I1 was also after it, but Kapard appeared, and so Kapard was sent by the big boss. I forgot his name already. Galgor, something like that. And he was sent because they don't really believe that I1 could do it anymore. They don't really believe that she's cut to do this job anymore because she failed in her attempt at getting Blue Cat and at getting the Princess Pens in the Rainbow Planet. So we see a lot of Blue Cat and Fua, a little bit of back and forth between both of them. In this episode, Fua talked a lot, and Fua was able to express herself a little better than before. And I think that it's because she was put into a different situation, a new situation for her, and she had to talk. She had to express her feelings, not only with cute mannerisms or with crying. She had to express it with her words, or else Blue Cat would not really understand. And so I believe that it was like a cute back and forth between both of them when Fua was hungry, and then Blue Cat told a little bit of the story of the Rainbow Planet and of the stones of the Rainbow Planet. They have a name, like rainbow stones, I don't remember, but they have a name. And it's interesting because, in Magical Girls, if you want to do something and don't know how to explain it, you just put a stone in there and say, well, it's the power of the stone. They always do that. I always go back to Sailor Moon because Maburoshi no Ginzuisha is like a miracle. It can do anything. So you want it to do something, you just write a stone into the story and everything's fine. And that's what the stone of this planet did. And it was able to filter water, it was able to make the plants grow faster. And after that, the cures arrived, and we had a nice moment with Buruns. Buruns was amazing in this episode, like he always is, but he had a lot of participation, like active participation in the action scenes. And when we had a little confrontation between the Cures and Blue Cat herself, it was nice. It was nice. I felt like we had a little nice moment between them. They couldn't touch Blue Cat at all, but we have to understand that the Cures weren't really fighting to get Blue Cat, like to stop her. They were fighting to stop her, to catch her, but not to hurt her, because they're Cures. They would never hurt someone. And, only the villains. But they ultimately try to purify them all the time. So, the intention is never to hurt. So, with that moment, Blue Cat, it was very nice when Blue Cat turned into Cure Star, and Miyuki and Celine, they weren't able to attack Cure Star, even knowing it wasn't her, but just seeing her image, they couldn't get to attack her. And I feel like it's an interesting take to show that because, it's interesting when you think about it, like young girls, like 13, 14-year-olds, and they're put into this different situation in which they have to hurt someone that's not actually that person, but it looks like them, like completely like them. Would you be able to do it? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would. You'd have to detach. It's hard. And you know, at the brink of the moment, obviously they couldn't think about it. They couldn't rationalize it. And so Blue Cat was able to escape, but Cure Star went after her. I love when Cure Star uses her star as like propulsor. I don't know the word in English. Like she uses it to push herself forward. I love that. And so when they were there at that moment, we were able to understand a little bit more from Blue Cat herself, and she was able to show her true form, which is very cute. I love this form so much, and she told us the story of the Rainbow Planet. And last impression video, the last impression video that I did, I talked about the fact that the Rainbow Planet has very few living people in it. Like it was 1,800 people, something like that. And I thought, this is very strange. Like a planet inhabited by only 1,800 people. That's very strange. But after watching this episode, it's kind of like more understandable because they weren't born in the Rainbow Planet. They were scattered all over the world with this ability of shape-shifting, and because of that they were outcasts in society, and there was a lot of prejudice towards those cat people. I don't know if they have a specific name, but if they do, I don't remember. I don't remember seeing that in the episode. But because of that, they were outcasts in society, and so they found a planet of their own. They found a planet for themselves, and they went to this planet to make their own society. But that might mean that we have lots of other cat-like people in the world, in the galaxy, scattered throughout the galaxy, that didn't go to the Rainbow Planet. So, like, this isn't like a definite place for them, because, you know, they can be scattered throughout, like, they can be everywhere. And this story reminded me a lot of the Skrulls story from Captain Marvel, the Captain Marvel movie. Like, even the shape-shifting, they have the same abilities, and they were also searching for a place to live. They were also searching for a place so that they can be a society. And so when they were on the Rainbow Planet, they established themselves there. They seemed to have a very a happy life with Olivio as their queen. I don't know if that's a queen. I don't really know. It feels like Olivio has a very androgynous style. Like Olivio, at least here in Brazil, it's a male name, but the features of the character are all female, and I love this duality. I really like this duality, and we weren't able to see much, but we were able to see the back and forth between Olivio and I-1 when I-1 went there for the first time. And when she did, like, it was interesting the way Olivio talked to her, the things Olivio said to her. Great, like a true leader. And then when things were happening and people were turning into stone, Blue Cat was the one that had the role of telling everybody what was going on, and she was able to escape. It was shown how she was able to escape because she has a little what's the name of that, like a space shuttle or something. She has a little one, and she can travel throughout the space with that. And she told the girls that she went on to the galaxy to search for clues as Mao. She went on to the villains as Bakenyan, and she started stealing things as Blue Cat. So all of her personalities were there, each of them doing something to help the Rainbow Planet regain its glory, its former glory. So she was doing everything she could. And that's a very strong thing. Like her character feels very strong, and her character feels very determined and driven and sad, tragic if you think about it, because it's a sad thing, you know, like you have to search for ways of restoring your home, your homeland, and it feels sad, you know, it feels really sad. And if we think that people nowadays in the world that we live in have to do this, they have to run away from their homes and running away from wars or persecution, you know, it could be political, it can be so many other things. So it's really hard, you know. I feel that a lot. it's something sad if we think about it. But then Iwon turned herself into not rigor, and she started fighting the Cures. Here is where I have the problem with this episode again. We had a fight in which the Cures fought against Iwon, Tenjo, and Kapard into one. So that monster was way stronger than this one. But they couldn't defeat this one, and I do understand they needed, because of the plot of the episode, we need something for Cure Cosmo to be born. Yes, I do understand that. But when the Cures were fighting, and they even got de-transformed, like they lost it, they completely lost it. Well, okay, like, come on. You guys can do better than this when it comes to writing. But like the whole conversation between the Cures and Blue Cat, and the way that she entered in front of them so that she could help the Cures, because they were also helping her. It was powerful. It was beautiful. It was a way of showing that Blue Cat, she is a very good person, and everything she's doing is not for herself. She's not stealing for herself. She's not acting as Mao for herself. She's doing that for her planet, and she's doing that for her people. And even though she's a lone cat, now she has something. She has people that she can rely on. That's the Cures. And she was able to see that the Cures were fighting for her, even though she stole Fua, even though she stole their pens. The Cures were fighting for her. The Cures were still there helping her. And that made Cure Cosmo to be born. And I talked about her transformation already. I love it. It's beautiful, it's creative, it's fun, and I'm just in love. I really like the way she was born, and I really like everything she said before she was born. And what I liked about the little fight we saw her do, like we didn't really see much, because she transformed, she fought a little, and the episode was over. But it seems that she's a grappler. And it's interesting because we have lots of different fighting styles in Star Twinkle. Like Cure Star, she punches a lot, and she even uses Shoryuken a lot. Cure Miyuki seems to be leaning more on the defensive side lately, and she's always attacking from afar with her beams and her shocks. Cure Soleil kicks, and Cure Celine arrows. She's always using arrows to attack, and now we have a grappler, because like if you think about it, you have punches, you have kicks, you have attacks from afar, and you have more of a defensive Cure, and now we have a grappler as well. Like we complete the team. And I love grapplers, in fighting games, grapplers, they're hard to play as, but I love them. And Cure White was a grappler as well, and so it's time for Cure Cosmo to shine as one, I think, because like her what she did in this episode was gorgeous. I loved it, and the way it ended with her throwing Iwon in the ground, powerful. And I think next episode is going to be lots of fun. Just by the preview, Cure Soleil fighting girl, baby. That is like, I am going to freak out. I'm very excited to see Cosmo and more of her. But after seeing Soleil fight in the preview, I'm like, yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to see that. But yeah, I'm loving Cure Cosmo. I'm loving everything about this mid-season Cure. This is amazing for me, and I am excited to see more. That was my view on episode 20. I liked it a lot, and I hope you guys liked it too. I mean, I'm having lots of fun with Star Twinkle. It's going by so fast, and I'm just enjoying it because it's a great season. Now we have to wait for the second ending. I don't know if there's a set date for it yet. Maybe episodes 22, 24. It's more or less in that range, right? So I don't know. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.